Hi guys, I've had this video on my to film list for the longest time since I started talking about this on Instagram. By the way, I have a second Instagram, it is linked below, but for those of you that aren't aware, I have a second Instagram, a Diary of a Spendaholic Instagram. So if you're interested in kind of handbags and shoes and stuff like that, things that you may come to this channel for other than vlogs, then please go and check out that Instagram. And I have mentioned or showed this bag on that Instagram a few times since I bought it back in August, September time. And I've had lots of requests to make the video, and a couple of people have mentioned it since, so I just thought I'm going to bite the bullet and do it. The reason that I've put it off is because I always want to make sure that I show you the most that can fit in a bag, and I've never got everything to hand at any one time, and especially now after a move I just can't find anything. I've actually lost one of my cameras, you may or may not know. So I'm just going to do it and just try to get across how much this actually fits, because it's really, it's like a little Mary Poppins bag when you get inside, and it isn't that big. I think this is the medium size. It is definitely the medium of the three, but I think it's called the medium size. The colour is Prune Purple, which I haven't seen online at all. If you have, please let me know, because I've been looking for stockists for people since I bought it. I saw it in Manchester Selfridges. Yeah, it was Manchester Selfridges Trafford Centre, I think. Yes, it was. And there were only two of this colour in. They just got them and I've never seen them since. So I don't know whether or not they were old stock that had just been sent to the store, or if they were new and they just sold out really quickly, but I haven't seen very many of this particular colour. They've got like a Bordeaux kind of dark wine red kind of colour, but not a purple. So like I say, if you know of any stockists, let me know. The hardware is this kind of gunmetal. I don't know if it's ruthenium, the same as Chanel, if that's what they call it, but it's that kind of aged looking silver colour. The chain itself, in fact, just while I'm on that subject, is probably one of the only things on this bag that doesn't feel expensive. It's very, very lightweight and it just doesn't really have any weight to it at all. So if that would bother you, it doesn't really bother me, and it obviously detracts from the weight of the overall bag. It would be a much heavier bag if this was a real solid chain, but as it is, I'm fairly certain it is either made of some kind of, I don't know, like a fibre material. It's a very strange chain. I don't know if it's hollow or what it is made of. I have no idea, but it's very, very lightweight. So it doesn't really add to the weight of the bag, but it also doesn't give you that kind of real luxurious feeling you may be looking for. The strap is detachable. I'm not sure if you would really use this bag as a clutch, or as, you can't, you know, it's not really that kind of bag that you would put on. Well, maybe you could, but I wouldn't. So I don't detach the strap, but maybe on the larger size that would be more feasible, because it kind of is a bit briefcase looking as well. But I think on the smaller one it might look a little bit silly if you took off the strap, but that's just me. The entire bag itself has got very, very little structure. It's completely squishy, so you can almost squish it completely flat. This does mean that the leather itself creases really, really quickly. You may be able to see on the bottom of the bag, I can't focus all that well from here, but you may be able to see on the bottom of the bag there are some little marks, and they were just nothing really. They occurred really, really early on. Just every time I put this down on a surface, it would get a little mark. So the leather itself is really, really soft, easily dented and scratched, but it also has got that kind of washed feel to it. So it doesn't, in the same way that this gunmetal hardware makes me confident to wear the bag because I don't think that it's going to get scratched or it's going to look obviously worn, I feel the same way about the bag itself, because it's already so soft and worn in looking. The little marks that are on the bottom, little marks that may occur on the bag itself, don't really bother me because of the style of the bag. The only thing that I would worry about is in the larger size of this bag, I'm not sure how well the shape would hold up over time. In the smaller size, and if better still, in the even smaller size than this, fine, I think you're doing okay. But in the larger size, I would worry that it may sag over time. There is something on the inside of the bag that they've put in here to act almost as a spine. The inside pockets, so there's like two big pockets and there's one pocket in the middle that is leather, which when I first bought it thought this was completely insane. Because it's very difficult to get in and out of that pocket. I mean, you can get into the pocket, I can get my hand all the way in, but it's kind of, the zip is a little bit short and it's not perfect, it's not ideal for very many things, so I just put like little things that I'm not going to need so often, like painkillers and stuff in there. But I realised over time this is obviously acting as a spine for the bag, so this is one of the things that is holding it together, because it's got that leather pocket in the middle, it's actually keeping its rectangular shape. So although it's possible that it could sag on the bottom over time, and this is something, like I say, in the larger one that I would worry more about, it's going to always try to keep that shape because it's got that extra lined pocket on the inside. So that's something that may you know, put your fears at rest if that's something you were worried about. I think in the medium and the smaller sizes it's probably going to be fine, but it is something that I might worry about in the large. So when you get inside the bag, it is just like an envelope style opening, and a magnet, and then you've got the little logo back here. You've got another little leather pocket with a logo. Is it leather? Yeah, with a little logo back there. Everything else is lined in that kind of cottony material. The leather pocket is also lined in that cotton material, but the leather itself is black on the inside. It's like the softest. It's just something, I know why it's there, but it feels like just a little bit of a luxury touch to have leather on the inside of a bag that someone's not going to see. It's just a little bit nice, and it's really, really soft leather as well. I have marked the bag with like some makeup and stuff pretty much almost immediately from getting it. And I'm certain that I could probably get rid of those marks if I wanted to, but it's quite low maintenance interior, I think. And then on the back, something that I love and have used tons is this other magnetic pocket, which is kind of got that Chanel feel to it, the back pocket, and that's got a little magnet that's also a decent size. So let's get into what actually fits in the bag. Something when I buy any bag now that I definitely want my bag to fit is my iPad. Unless it's a very, very small kind of going out bag, or a bag that I might wear crossbody while I wear a backpack or something like that, then I want to be able to at least take my iPad. This is the iPad mini, the original iPad mini. This bag fits the iPad mini in many places. First of all, it does fit in the back. It is poking out of the top there, but that wouldn't really bother me if I had stuff completely, if the bag was completely stuffed and I wanted to just add it in, then I would put it in the back there. It also fits in the back pocket. It fits within the bag with a case on, and I've got a really big case that's got a keyboard attached to it, and it still fits fine. It fits in the back pocket there, and it does fit in the front pocket even easier. So if you've got a really big case, bigger still, then it would more comfortably fit there. But in the back bit there, it fits really snugly, and I don't feel like it's kind of wandering around there. I would put that in there with some maybe like other soft stuff, and then use this as the main part of my handbag if I was taking it with me. So let's just leave that in there. And then let's say I've got a couple of different options sunglasses case wise. I'll use the larger one because I know I can fit them in here. This is a hard shell Ray-Ban case. I've got an iPhone 6. 6 Plus definitely fits in here as well. Obviously you've seen the iPad go in there, so you know the 6 Plus must fit. I'm going to use a big purse. This is a Kate Spade purse. A camera. Actually, I'm going to swap these cases. A lipstick and a compact. Actually, I'm just going to put this little squishy purse in here as well that I have my painkillers and stuff in. So that is as full as I would want this bag to be. This would really depend on you as to whether or not you want to overstuff your bag. I know that some people feel a bit funny about it. I think in a bag like this that's already got absolutely no structure to the outside of the bag, it's not really a big deal. If it was a bag that had a lot of structure and I felt like I was really pushing at the seams, then I wouldn't do it. But this is something that I feel can be overstuffed, and it's no problem. And it didn't feel like I was straining to use the magnetic clasp there at all. So that's completely full on the inside, and you've also got a little bit of space still in the back pocket if you'd wanted to put your phone in there, or if you want to put like more cash or cards or something in there. Then you could do so, but that's completely full. And that's a lot of stuff. You wouldn't necessarily think that you could fit all of that in here, but you can. It's, like I say, a bit of a Mary Poppins bag. I fit tons and tons and tons of stuff in this bag when I take it with me, and I'm always surprised that I can fit just that one last item in there. So again, that was iPad, phone, purse, little mini purse with painkillers and stuff in there. Not camera, sunglasses case, and there are sunglasses in there. Camera, lipstick and compact, and all of that fit into that medium college bag. The only thing that I would say irritates me when I wear this bag, I do tend to wear it crossbody, and this is again one of those things that's going to depend on the person, and it's going to depend on your height and all that stuff, because I can definitely wear this crossbody, and it's a little bit too long for me to be able to wear this just on my shoulder. Whereas for some people it would be perfect one or the other, you know, these things are completely personal. The only thing that really bothers me about this bag, it's nothing to do with carrying it or using it or anything, it's, and it's pretty much only exclusively when I go to the supermarket, this little L down here catches constantly on the shopping trolley, constantly. That's the only thing. It doesn't really catch anywhere else, just on the shopping trolley. So, you know, just something to note if you spend a lot of time at the supermarket or near chain link fences, is all. But otherwise, I love this bag. It feels super, super soft, and yet luxurious. It's got that perfect balance for me of feeling like a luxury item, but me not feeling like I have to baby it, because it has got those little touches, like the fact that it is kind of a worn looking and feeling leather and hardware, and that I can overstuff it and I don't feel like I'm ruining the shape, because the shape kind of is that squishy non-shape anyway, that it just feels like a really low maintenance bag. So I'm just going to finish up by showing you the bag worn. Excuse the awkward angles, but my camera doesn't autofocus. I had to bring you to the mirror. So that's where it would fit on my hip, crossbody, which I find to be quite a comfortable length on me. But for some people, I don't know, it might not be so comfortable. If I wear it like that, it's a little bit too long. I could wear it like that, I might wear it like that, but not on a daily basis. I prefer something to be a little bit closer to my body, and I do feel a little bit more secure when it's like that, because I feel more hands-free, like I'm not going to have to grab it at some point. But there are options. You can have links removed if you want to, but I wouldn't, purely because of resale. And yeah, that is how I would wear the bag. I did look a little bit into trying to unhook, loop and hook again the straps to see whether or not I could shorten the strap that way, so it could be worn in a little bit similar way that you might wear the Chanel classics, and you can kind of loop them and do them shorter and longer and all that stuff. It's not really possible with this bag. It's not really a big deal. I don't tend to do that with any other bags anyway. I just wanted to know whether or not it was a possibility. And with the chain being so chunky, I don't really feel like it is. However, if you found a way, please let me know. But I hope that's been useful for those of you maybe thinking about buying this bag. I do think that when you're looking at, say, Chanel, which I've mentioned a lot because I feel like YSL and Chanel are very, very similar in design, but YSL often has that slightly edgier, slightly younger and more casual vibe to it, which I kind of like. And it's also considerably cheaper. It's still an expensive handbag, but it's much cheaper than a Chanel equivalent of the same size bag. I did also see that for this season, or maybe for the previous season, the season after I bought this, they were doing kind of a gold, I don't think it was shiny gold, I think it was kind of this aged looking antique-y gold option on these college bags, which they hadn't done before. So that's quite interesting if you are looking for more of a classic like black and gold. That might be available now, but like I say, I'll try and leave some stuff below with some information of where you can get these in different styles available, and if I can find the prune purple colour, the exact colourway that I've got, I will link that as well. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will be back with some more handbag videos very, very soon. And don't forget to follow my new Diary of a Spendaholic Instagram for more of this kind of thing. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!